Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And we are back with our friends, David Binder, thankfully, and Thomas Phillips. So glad to have you guys back here from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. We want to point out that you own the company dhempco.com. That is the website, correct? Doylestown Hempcom is the name of the company.
Yes, Doylestown Hemp Company. Yep.
Perfect. Well, nice to see you guys. For the new listeners and viewers today, would you mind introducing yourself?
I'm Thomas K. Phillips. I'm the founder of Doylestown Hemp Company.
I'm David Binder. Came on the Doylestown Hemp a couple months ago to kind of help with the candle and soap lines.
Awesome. So introduce yourself to our listeners. Tell us a little bit about your company and what you have in store for us today.
Well, today we want to talk about how we kind of originate this company. It's a seed-to-shelf company. We process all of our own materials and formulate our own products in-house, from tinctures, soaps, candles, spa wax, massage oils, you name it. So we're excited for this new prospect. We've been in business since probably April, and we're growing pretty fast.
All right. And specifically, what types of products are we working with? And let's talk about some of the benefits of them.
Okay, so we have like line of tinctures. We do on most cannabinoids. Most companies have CBD, but we're experiments in making our products out of CBC, CBG, and CBN.
Could you explain the difference? I think it's confusing.
Well, they all have the same similar anxiety,
okay,
anti-inflammation and whatnot, but they all have their own different actual vials. Like the CBG is antimicrobial.
Okay.
It's also anti-inflammatory as well, and a neuroprotective. The CBN is anti-insomnia, antibacterial, and anticonvulsant. And the CBC is a neurogenesis and antidepressant. Okay. So these all have different healing properties in their own rights, and they're all very powerful cannabinoids. So we're experimenting, and actually we have a few tinctures that we're blending together, what they call the entourage effect. So for instance, we have the CBN, which is an anti-insomnia. So when you blend that CBN with CBD, it becomes a sedative, more potent than Valium. So our clients really love it for sleep-deprived clients. It's doing really well in our market. And we're really proud of this product. And again, with that product, we actually added valerian root, which valerian root is a natural sedative relaxation herb. So when we blend with that tincture, it makes it a very, very powerful sedative with no grogginess, no addictive personalities and traits. And so we're excited.
Awesome. So that's just one of the thousands of products you have, right?
Yeah, that's one of the
Wow. And just to confirm, CBD, tell me the definition of it.
CBD is real well known. I mean, everyone pretty much knows about it. It's joint disease, anxiety, anti-inflammatory, pain relief. It basically all mammals, all humans have an endocannabinoid system.
Okay.
And we have a CB1 receptor for the brain and a CB2 receptor for the body. And that's why the cannabis or hemp CBD really works for us, because it's part of our system.
So cannabis is the same word as hemp. Could you just explain the definition?
Well, cannabis is in the same family. There's marijuana, obviously, and then hemp. They're cousins.
Okay,
so they all have the same cannabinoids in it, but just different levels. Like for instance, cannabis, marijuana has high THC and really low CBD. Now, hemp has high CBD and very, very low THC, where you can't get high or any intoxicating effects from it. But they all have the same cannabinoids in it. They're really related closely, but just they don't have the intoxication effects that CBD and hemp does not have. So as the marijuana.
So let's talk about some of the benefits of these products. I mean, it helps with almost everything, right?
Yeah.
It's
it
a
really
more
does.
natural way to go. Explain the process, explain some of the types of, people that you help, and even pets.
Yeah, pets. Anxiety, of course. Anxiety, stress, arthritis. Those are our biggest people, and most people know about that. And we like to do an educational thing here about, it does more than just that, especially with the other cannabinoids and the blending of it. For digestive issues, the CBG is great for digestion, GI tract issues. The CBC is great for memory, antidepressant. So all these different cannabinoids are really, taking control of our bodies and really putting in a great state of health. when taken on a regular basis. I like to relate to my clients that, it's great that you take it when you have ailments or pain, but it's also great to take as a vitamin every day, small amounts, and let it get acclimated to your system. And this will kind of evens out your body, evens out your anxiety, evens out your stress. I think most professionals and most doctors who know about this, the cannabinoids and hemp and CBD, and that's what they say is, start small, let it get acclimated to your body, and do it on a regular basis because it's a great preventer. It's a great healer and great aid, but it's also a great preventer.
Got it. Now, we've known this for years that it had great effects, right? What took so long for it to become like legal?
Well, I guess just the whole correlation to marijuana. I mean, everyone still, like in the East Coast and Pennsylvania, people still think it's marijuana. So it's going to take some time to get the education out.
Yeah.
And we're a big part of that. But that's why I think the stigma is that everyone associated with marijuana, and they don't really realize that it's different. It's a healing property. I mean, we know about Charlotte's Web and how they found that this little girl in Colorado was having seizures, and it stopped the seizures, the CBD. So it's doing amazing things. And I always urge and suggest people, my clients, to just do their own research and look online about it and see what it's actually really doing in terms of health benefits.
And doctors are clearly even recommending
Absolutely,
it and
absolutely,
advising
absolutely.
their clients to
And
buy
even
it.
and even just the seed oil. So there's a difference between the CBD oil and the hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil you can find in any grocery store. So hemp seed oil is just an amazing oil itself. I mean, the hemp seed is the most healthiest plant on the planet. So the hemp seed oil is, you can cook with it, you can do anything you want with it, but it has all the omegas. I mean, if everyone knows about heart ailments or heart disease, doctors are prescribing fish oils, right? But the hemp seed oil is more potent, more beneficial than the fish oil. And it's the same scenarios because it has all the omegas, omega-3, 6, 9s, right? But what it does, it's great for heart, it's great for blood pressure. And what we do with that hemp seed oil, we use it in our carrying oil in our CBD tinctures. Okay. So most companies and most hemp products, they use MTC oil, which is a fractionated coconut oil, in their tinctures. And it's a great fractionated oil because it basically attaches to your fatty lipids. And without that, you can't feel the CBD. The CBD needs that fatty lipid for you to experience it and feel it. So you can also use grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil, MTC oil, coconut oil, and a few olive oil. They all have their own different healing properties. Mm-hmm. So, but what we found out doing, we mix our carrying oil with MTC oil and hemp seed oil. Mm-hmm. That hemp seed oil is what they give a synergistic effect when you blend it with the CBD. So it becomes more potent, it becomes more beneficial to the human body because of that hemp seed oil. So hemp seed oil is kind of going under the shadows of CBD, but it's a very, very healthy way to take every day as well in the small amounts. And I don't want to get sidetracked because we have, other than the tinctures, we have soaps, candles, spa wax that we're blending these cannabinoids, terpenes with. And Dave came on board about 4 or 5 months ago. He's an expert in candle and soap making.
Talk to us. Tell me what that is. Let's talk about it. So tell me, go ahead.
Yep. So basically when I started here, when I got together with Thomas, we focused on kind of a 9, what we're calling wellness scents. And what we did with the wellness scents is we actually infused it with the CBD and also add in terpenes and the hemp seed oil to it. So what we do is we do a candle, a wax melt, physiotherapy waxes, which is basically, it's kind of a wax base that you put in a thermal heating unit and you dip your hand in it. So it's very effective for treatment with people with arthritis, and also helps, remove some of the dead skin off of your hands and
paraffin wax,
whatever body part you put in there.
Okay.
And then we also we sell the wellness oil scents themselves. So that's basically a general scent oil that can be used in room sprays. It can be used for like DIYers that are making their own lotions at home. And it can also be diffused as well. So kind of going like through the product lines, what we did with the candles, we took a coconut hemp wax, and then we added the addition of the CBD, and we paired together those plant-based essential oils with some of the terpenes. And basically the terpenes it's a natural compound, and it's found in a lot of essential oils. It pretty much gives the plants their flavors. as far as hemp, it's on the glands of the hemp, and it actually attracts the pollinators and discourages the predators on the natural plant when it's growing. But what we did with the candles is we added those terpenes to our essential oils. So some of the scents that we carry on all those product lines are, we have a lavender, a perfect pear, a eucalyptus mint, a fruit smoothie, a bergamot breeze.
Are those the
fresh
candles that are
citrus.
behind you that I'm looking at right now?
Yes, actually we do. We have the two burning.
Okay. And hold on, we have a caller coming in. Hello, welcome to the show. You're live on the line. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Sabrina. How are you?
Hi, Sabrina. Good. How are you? You're live on the line. Please ask any questions you may have.
Okay, thank you.
You're very low.
My father, he has really like bad anxiety, and like I've been trying to convince him, so I tried CBD. He's kind of like, well, which one is good? There's a lot of products. Is there like a certain product that you would suggest that helps with anxiety?
So her father,
Yeah,
she was saying.
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
anxiety.
We have this wonderful CBD product that we blended with ashwagandha. Now, ashwagandha is a clinically proven stress and anxiety relief aid. That's a natural herb. So we blend our CBD tinctures with this ashwagandha plant. So we have two different levels. We have a 300 milligram, a 650 milligram, a 1,000 milligram, and a 1,400 milligram, which is very, very potent. So if you're just beginning, I would suggest the 700 milligram or the 1,000 milligram CBD tincture with ashwagandha. It's perfect for stress and anxiety.
Okay, okay. All right. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
call. Anyone else has any questions? 631-317-1291. That's 631-317-1291. All right.
All right.
So now I don't remember where we left off.
I
Candles.
think
I was
we
looking
left off
behind
on-
you because the phone was ringing. I got startled. Behind you, are
Right.
those some of them?
We were covering some of the candles and kind of
Yes.
going through the natural scent.
And are those lit behind you? Are those your candles there?
Yes, they are two of the candles burning.
No, tell me how it works because the scent of the candle, what's in it, is coming into our. Explain how
Yeah,
it
then we
works.
have receptors in our nose that actually recognize the different aromas and the terpenes, and it basically helps with the kind of the old aromatherapy effect. So it helps with relaxation, and basically we present it as a whole package with the tinctures and then burning the candles. And so there are nose receptors that when you're smelling the terpenes, and it interprets it and actually enters your bloodstream certain ways.
Is
So
there a
it is
certain candle
causing-
for our caller who just called in for anxiety that would help? Which one in particular?
Absolutely. So we have different flavored candles. We have the same different blends. So we do have one that's energizing. We have one that's for relaxation, and that comes with the different blends and terpenes that we do. But we do have one. We have a CBD low blend hemp seed oil that's for relaxation with the lavender blend smell, and it'd be great for her anxiety and stress.
Yeah, and that's paired together with the linalool oil terpene, which is actually naturally found in the lavender scent oil, as well as the hemp. So,
Great. And we have another caller here on the line. Hello, welcome to the show. What's your name?
Hey, the name's Frank. How you doing?
Good. Hey, Frank. Ask any questions you may have.
Well, it's a pretty straightforward question. Can CBD help me quit cigarettes or nicotine?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I can't really say if it, I mean, I think it could be an aid. And what I mean by an aid, I'm not a smoker or anything, but I'm sure I can understand where the little anxiousness and anxiety will come from not having a cigarette. So it can help in that sense, where it would ease your mind and ease your stress levels. So yeah, I think
Right.
it could be an aid to it. I absolutely, absolutely.
Frank, can I ask you a personal question? Are you a smoker trying to quit?
That is the case. Regrettably, definitely tried, the nicotine gums and the patches and stuff like that. But I feel like it just kind of has me wanting, and so I was thinking like the CBD could kind of help me with the itch, the crave,
Well, I mean, like I said before, I mean, with that itch and crave, I'm sure it comes with anxiety, and they kind of correlate with each other and make it each other
yeah.
things worse. So I think with the relaxation of the CBD, maybe with ashwagandha, would help some of that craving and anxiety due to the craving. So it could be a great start, and I would suggest giving it a try.
So
You
again,
know,
what
maybe-
specific product would help him?
So I would go with the CBD and ashwagandha again for that, because the anxiety and stress, Now, if you had pain with that going on, then we have a turmeric blend with a CBD, which would be great as too.
And
as
that
well.
word there, the Astra, what's that word there?
Yeah. I don't know either.
Ashwagandha.
I'm gonna have to Google that one. I don't even know where to start to spell it. Can you tell us what it is?
To me.
So it's a clinically proven herb that's relieves stress and anxiety. You see it around. I mean, you start to see it lately on TV about taking it with for pain and anxiety and stress. But it's a natural herb. I'm not sure. I believe it's from India, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's very potent, very powerful. And again, it's a natural herb. So there's no addiction. There's no grogginess. There's no, any bad stuff to it.
Well, I think like with everything, we also promote like eating healthy, and basically exercise always helps with quitting smoking along. And like Thomas was saying, I think, using the CBD to help with the stress anxiety would be, kind of doing them all together, I think would help with the whole process of the quitting the cigarettes.
Well, I definitely learned a lot, and thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Great. Thank you so much for the call. We appreciate it. Awesome. 631-317-1291. Awesome. Good questions. Keep the calls coming. 631-317-1291. In the meantime, David Thomas, what else would you like to share about your company, the products? I know we just kind of touched upon candles. What else in particular do we need to talk about?
Well, a little background about how we actually got into this. I got into this. I saw the benefits of it in my own well-being in my own life, and I just thought that the world wasn't very knowledgeable of it, what it can do to really change your way, your health and your balance in life. But the one thing that we do here that's very important to know, I grew for about 2.5 years to start. So I was a farmer, had my own farm, and grew about 15 to 20 acres for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to just realize about the plant and what it's about. So hemp itself is a bioaccumulator. And a bioaccumulator, what that means is it absorbs everything that it's given or around it, and it doesn't release it. So the soil that the hemp is growing in, the water it's giving, the air that's around it, the hemp plant absorbs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're growing in a field that's used to be growing corn or tomatoes or soybean, and that corn and soybean was given pesticides and whatnot, then if you put hemp in that field, it's going to absorb all the pesticides.
Got it.
So it takes about 3 to 5 years for the hemp to really clear out the soil to make it perfect to grow hemp. So a lot of companies and a lot of people, and this is what I want to tell my clients, and I tell anyone who wants to listen, you got to be really, really careful of what kind of hemp you're putting in your body. I mean, it's okay for topicals or whatnot, but if you're ingesting it, again, so a lot of these farmers, when the hemp came in the craze, all these farmers started to grow hemp.
Got it.
But they really weren't checking the soils and see what was in that soils that this hemp was pulling out. So even though that we got our stuff tested through the Department of Agriculture, there's always a hint of metals and pesticides in hemp.
Got it. Well, I'm sorry. We have a caller on the line. I don't want to lose them. Hi, welcome to the show. You're live on the line. Who's this?
Hi. How are you? My name is Alyssa. How are you today?
Good, Alyssa. I'm good, boys. How are you?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So I got a quick question here. I just wanted to know, are you able to ship products to Connecticut? And if so, is there a fee that they charge to do so?
Yeah, we do ship in every single state, and it's basically right now to our state taxes, and it's shipping, pretty much it.
So yeah, it's $5 for any order under $100, and then free shipping for any orders over $100.
Okay. All righty. That sounds good. Thank you. That's great to know. Thank you so much for that.
Yep.
Great. Any other questions?
Thanks for calling in.
No, that was the only question I had for today in regards to the shipping.
Oh, perfect. Well,
Definitely
thank you so much.
interested.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome. Have a
sweetheart.
great day. Thank you for
too.
your time.
All right. So sorry to ruin the conversation about the
No,
hemp
no,
and all
no,
the
not
products
at
in the
all.
store. That was very interesting. I'm learning as well.
Yeah. So what we decided to do is for our candles and soaps that we're going to go back growing again for the hemp seeds and actually growing our seeded shelf for candles and soaps and topicals. But until these grounds are in perfect condition for the tinctures and anything that's ingestible, we're going to continue to use the USDA certified hemp material and hemp plants that we get, have a great connect and we use, just because that's our values. We don't want to, as a grower, like when I got our reports back from the lab reports, I was kind of, upset about the stuff that's still in the hemp plant. In terms of metals and pesticides and whatnot. So if if you're East Coast or haven't been growing hemp for 5 or 6 years, or someone is just growing it out of the blue, always find the lab report to see what's actually in that hemp, and then testing reports. And all of our materials, our tinctures, are third-party tested by Allied Hemp Labs in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And we have a QR code on each of our products as well, so you can hit it with your phone and it goes right to our lab reports.
Fantastic. And again, 631-317-1291. We have 5 minutes left of the show. Please give us a call if you have any questions. What else would you like to share? And David, I know, did we finish up with, clearly the candles, and what else did you do for the company?
Yeah, I wanted to get a little bit of carry on to what Thomas was saying about, growing the hemp seed oil and getting the biomass from that. I come from a family company where we basically sold the waxes for the industry. So we were using the biofuels mainly from the refineries and making compounds that we were selling to different industries within the wax. So the candles, packaging, and physiotherapy waxes. And then kind of what we wanted to do is, basically grow our own hemp biomass and get the oil out of it to actually hydrogenate it to start, replacing some of the paraffins in the blends. Kind of like Cargill got involved in the candle industry many years ago, ADM, company called AAK, but they're all focusing more primarily on the soybean. Okay. So kind of what we want to do moving forward is, concentrate on what the hemp seed oil and how we can incorporate that into basically creating biofuels for the candle industry.
Wow. Awesome. And, just I have to ask you, it's a silly question, but I didn't know this until a few months ago, what a tincture was. Could you explain to everybody what it is?
So
because we use the term loosely. But I didn't know when I first started, but I was talking to someone like, what do you do with it under your tongue? What? Could you explain it?
So the tinctures and sublingual drops are pretty much similar, just processed in a different way. But basically it's under your tongue, and you suggest you hold it for 30 seconds, and then you're good to go. And we always suggest start small for beginners, about a 2.5 in a dropper, and see how your body reacts to it, because I think it affects everyone differently. And so you gauge it from that. Got it. Perfect. Now you also have lotions as well. Yep. Lotions, massage waxes, massage candles, hair serum, face serum, actually an aloe vera gel with CBD.
What happened? Oh my God, I didn't know about it. So you actually could put it on like your face.
Absolutely.
Your hair.
Wrinkles. Yep.
Really? See, I didn't know all these benefits. Okay.
Yep. So, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add it. I mean, we do a lot of business to consumers, but we also have a full wholesale program too. So if there's any retailers or buyers out there listening to the show, I mean, more than we'd love to be able to distribute our products through your distribution channels.
Wow, I didn't know about the face part. I got all these fine lines, and I'm like, only so much the oil of Olay can do, and getting Botox every 3 months on my forehead. These are real. These are all real wrinkles.
Oh, you look great. You look great.
Thank you. Botox is running out here, but other than that, I have wrinkles everywhere. Light skinned girl. We got a lot of So CBD, I never knew that.
Yeah, so they have a great aloe vera and CBD, 550 milligrams of CBD. So it's great for wrinkles, burns, rashes. Dry skin. So yeah.
I believe you, but after the show, I'm going to be Googling that. Like, wow, what a secret. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it can help for that. Great. And what about the hair you said? You could put it in on your scalp.
Yeah. So we're touring around with a product, a hair serum that actually it's great for rejuvenating your hair follicles and your hair cells. Regrowth. And if you look up hemp seed oil and hair growth, you'll see a whole bunch about it. So we have a thing with different oils that help the hair growth and just really supporting your hair follicles.
Awesome. Good to know. Even for men? Can it help with like hair regrowth?
Men in general.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, let's remind everyone how we can get in touch with you. Please give us all your contact information.
Okay, it's a Doylestown Hemp Company, dhempco@gmail.com, or dhempco.com is our website. We can be reached at 267-406-4397. And we're here Monday through Friday from 9 to 5.
Perfect. And can we find you on social media at all?
Yeah, we're on Facebook as Doylestown Hemp
As
Company.
it under perfect. Okay, good.
Yep.
We're at Doylestown Hemp Company on Instagram.
And good old phone number is
267-406-4397.
I know some people actually use the phone still. All right. Thank you guys. It's really good to see you connected to you
Yep,
this
good to
way
see
and
you.
to
Yep.
learn more. And whoa, boy, oh boy, wrinkles. And this is Christmas Day. I'm going to say, I need to get some CBD for my
Yes,
face.
you do.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Really. Thank you. And to thank you all of our listeners today as well. And thank you to our callers for calling in. Have a great day.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.